Yes, in Vietnam, one of my major stresses was that one of the veterans received a Dear John letter and went off his head and was firing bullets into the roof of one of our buildings. And my platoon commander made me go in and take the weapon off him, which this chap was very, very distressed, and he stuck the barrel of the weapon in my mouth and cocked the weapon, which you remember I recalled later on, the cocking of the weapon. But I eventually got the gun off him and took him outside to the authorities, but his face has remained in my near presence for, well, what year did I see you, Jen? 35 years. And it was terribly, terribly worrying.
And now it's just not there present with all the emotions that go with it. Is it harder to bring up his face in the memory?
I did remember the next visit to you, Jen, and I told you I was sitting outside after our first session, and I was really trying to, I was looking for his face and it had gone. It was not the whole memory of it, but it was that a lot of the nasty side of it had gone, that I didn't want to, in fact, I really didn't want it to come up, but I was testing you, and I couldn't get it. I still can't get his face. You know, so it was sensational.
And it's amazing the way EFT can just unpack a memory like that piece by piece, like peeling back the onion layer. And, you know, we did the aspects, and the first aspect I remember you said was his crazy eyes looking at you, and we tapped that out, and then you could feel the cold, hard metal of the gun in the mouth. And then once we tapped that out, that was the surprise that you said, oh, now I can hear the cocking of the gun, and I could never remember hearing that before.
Yeah, well, it was there somewhere, but that impacted on me, but it must have been in the back of my mind somewhere, because it was huge. I thought I was gone. I really carried the fear that my life was going to be short for those 35 or 40 years, Jen. And all of a sudden it was gone, and in a strange way I was trying to recall it. I hated the thought of it, but I was trying to recall it. I can't.
Because it had been part of your life for 35 years.
Yes.
And I think sometimes people with PTSD, they want to hang on to, part of them wants to hang on to that PTSD to mark the importance of what they did and what they suffered through. But you can still, you know, for you've still got the memory, but you don't have all the emotional charge around it anymore.
Exactly. The hurt and the anger and the guilt. There was guilt there for some reason.